Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk, Hope all is well. Let's talk about this Russell Westbrook re-signing with OKC and what that means for the Lakers going forward. As I record this, it is official. Westbrook has re-signed with OKC for 3 years, 85 over 3 years, which is about around $27-28 million a year, which is good for Russell Westbrook. And what does that mean for the Lakers? First off, if you guys, anybody who follows me, you know about 2 weeks ago I posted a video titled "Don't Want Russell Westbrook via trade or free agency on the Lakers," okay? And I gave my reasons why I did not want to trade for Russell Westbrook, and you can go and watch that video. It's like a 10-minute video. And so if there's any Laker fan that is not affected by this in a bad way, it's me. And I got a lot of likes on that video, so I know a lot of people agree with me and a lot of things that I said in that video. So it's all good. I'm not salty at all. Actually, I'm happy because now we can move forward and we don't have this lingering over us. And what I mean by that is, if Russell Westbrook did not sign with OKC from this point on up until the trade deadline, which is around a little bit, I think over around February, around All-Star break or whatnot, it would have been lingering over us that there's a possibility that OKC would have had to trade Russell Westbrook. They could not let him go the full season and not commit to OKC and have him walk away at the end of the year and lose another star and be in a horrible position with no assets. And so they would have had to trade him. And so the Laker name would have been getting brought up, and D'Angelo Russell would have been getting brought up. Trade rumors would have been getting brought up all throughout the season, which would have been, I think, a distraction for a lot of our guys. And so when it comes to D'Angelo Russell, because if we would have acquired Russell Westbrook, obviously we would have to give up D'Angelo Russell. So that's something I did not want, and I've shared those reasons in that video why I did not want that. So for starters, D'Angelo Russell can settle in and know that he's not getting traded for Russell Westbrook and just kind of move on forward. As of right now, with this big shoe dropping, I know Urban, another my man, he has another YouTube channel, and he posted a video recently about he thinks the Lakers are not signing Brandon Ingram because they are possibly wanting to make a move on Russell Westbrook for like D'Angelo Russell and Randall and whatnot. Obviously I didn't want that, and so that's not happening. So the question is, with this big shoe dropping, Russell Westbrook signing with OKC, does that mean we're going to see our other players get signed? Or are we going to sign Tarek Black? Are we going to sign Huertas? Are we going to sign, obviously we want to keep Brandon Ingram. So the thought there was that the Lakers were looking not to trade Brandon Ingram per se for Russell Westbrook, but acquire him and then sign Brandon Ingram on top of that, because you can go over the cap, with one of your rookies or something like that. As it stands, Russell Westbrook staying in OKC. We're not going that route, but the issue of Boogie Cousins, and obviously he wants out of Sacramento, that's still lingering. I don't think that's going to end, and I don't think obviously I've stated my reasons. I don't want that trade. I don't want Boogie Cousins. My thing is this, with guys with, hell, let's just talk about this for a second. Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant, okay, they had a hard time actually pulling in free agents, right? With those two stars, like top 5 guys in the league, they had a hard time pulling in free agents to go to that team, right? So with KD gone and Russell Westbrook, this alpha male mentality guy who is ball dominant, who doesn't really want to be your friend in a sense, he just wants to do his thing and go home and do him. Who are they going to get? Who's going, what free agent is going to say, hey, I'm going to uplift my family and move to OKC and make OKC my home. No disrespect to OKC, but that's what's going to have to happen. You know, who's going to uproot and move what big free agent other than, you know, some trade or whatnot? I don't know who's going to go over there. Now, so that's, I think part of it is Russell Westbrook's sort of personality. And the other thing is DeMarcus Cousins. I don't want to give up our young assets. I think we have all the right pieces. I don't want to give up any of our young assets for DeMarcus Cousins, who brings a portion of that attitude, and he's not so dominant on both ends of the floor. So I'm not going to risk my assets, my top assets, for DeMarcus Cousins. That's why I want us to kind of sign Brandon Ingram and move on. You know, I think our guys, we have nice fits throughout the, you know, our lineup. Point guard, shooting guard. I love what I'm seeing with Jordan Clarkson hitting three-pointers left and right in practice and whatnot. I love the potential that Brandon Ingram is going to give us. You know, I like Julius Randle for now, and I'm hoping to see a lot out of him this year. Outside of that, you know, I don't want to make a move at this point. I would make a move midway in the season if we're saying, hey, Julius Randle is not progressing as a lot of us Laker fans want him to progress in terms of being more of a well-rounded player. Then I would look to package Julius Randle, if anything, and somebody, you know, Julius Randle and Mozgov or somebody for a DeMarcus Cousins. But I'm not touching Brandon Ingram, Jordan Clarkson, or D'Angelo Russell. That's probably for another video in terms of talking about my untouchables. But for now, those three guys are my untouchables. D'Angelo, Clarkson, and Brandon Ingram. I'm not touching those guys. I'm letting those guys fit in right now the way they are, and riding those guys for the next 4 or 5 years and seeing how we do, how we develop, and then try to acquire some pieces around those guys. That's my thoughts. Anyway, don't want to make the video too long. I'll share some thoughts probably tomorrow or the next day. Bear with me, Laker news is slow, so if you're first new to my channel, subscribe to my channel. You know, I like to, if there's a topic on the radio, and the Lakers topic on the radio, I like to give my opinion in video format. So a lot of times when there's not a lot of news going on in radio and on Twitter or whatnot, there's not a lot to say. So, but you know, as soon as something comes out, I'll share my opinion in video format or on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at MikeSportsLA. And as always, thanks for commenting, liking, and subscribing. And we'll talk soon, guys. Peace.